can't do this.
What about you? How was your day?
It's good.
Yes?
A woman named Connie is buying groceries when a violent storm suddenly strikes the city. Unable to find transportation, she accidentally collides with a man named Paul on a crowded street. During the incident, Connie hurts her leg, and Paul kindly offers shelter at his nearby apartment until the weather improves. At his home, Paul helps her treat the injury and makes her feel unexpectedly comfortable. Before she leaves, he gives her a book as a small gift. After returning home, Connie discovers his contact information hidden inside the book and decides to call him to express her gratitude. Connie is married to a successful businessman, Edward, and they have 2 children. Despite her family life, she soon finds herself drawn toward Paul. Their conversations become more frequent, and during one visit, she notices books written in Braille. Paul introduces her to this unique reading system, and the connection between them grows stronger. Although Connie knows she should keep her distance, she cannot stop thinking about him. Eventually, the friendship develops into a secret romance. While Paul brings excitement and attention into her life, Connie becomes consumed by guilt. She repeatedly tells herself that the affair must end, yet she continues returning to him. Meanwhile, Edward begins noticing changes in his wife's behavior. When she invents an excuse to leave, one evening, he quietly verifies her story and learns she has lied. Suspicious, he hires a private investigator to uncover the truth. The investigator soon gathers evidence of Connie and Paul's relationship. After seeing photographs of the pair together, Edward realizes his fears were justified. Furious and heartbroken, he visits Paul to confront him face to face. During their tense conversation, Edward learns that Paul knew Connie was married from the start. Inside the apartment, he spots a special gift he had once given his wife. Feeling completely betrayed, Edward loses control. In a moment of rage, he strikes Paul with the object, killing him instantly. Panicking, Edward removes evidence linking him to the scene, disposes of the body, and returns home as though nothing happened. For a short time, his actions remain hidden. Soon afterward, detectives begin investigating Paul's disappearance. They question Connie because records show she had recent contact with him. She attempts to conceal the truth about their relationship, while Edward aggressively defends her whenever suspicion falls in her direction. Eventually, Paul's body is discovered. The investigation intensifies, but authorities still lack enough proof to connect anyone directly to the crime. Later, Connie uncovers photographs proving Edward knew about the affair. Not long after, she notices a familiar keepsake that once belonged to Paul has somehow returned to her house. The realization leads her to suspect her husband. Unable to ignore her doubts, Connie confronts Edward. He finally confesses that he killed Paul, claiming he acted out of anger and a desire to protect his family. The admission devastates her, and their marriage seems beyond repair. While reflecting on old family memories, Connie is reminded of the love she and Edward once shared. The painful memories force both of them to examine their mistakes and the damage they have caused. Connie apologizes for her betrayal, and Edward admits his own wrongdoing. Although forgiveness does not erase the past, they decide to try rebuilding their relationship. Edward initially plans to surrender to the police and accept responsibility for Paul's death. However, Connie pleads with him to remain with their children and not destroy what remains of their family. After much hesitation, he abandons the idea. In the end, the couple leaves their old life behind and starts over elsewhere, hoping distance will help them escape the tragedy that changed everything. Yet one question remains unanswered. Should forgiveness be granted after such enormous mistakes, or are some actions simply impossible to redeem?